Hey Leos, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. We got the Judge, Thanatos, Anima Mundi, the Healer, the Mountain, and the Starborn. Um, Leos, I feel like you have this is like a conversation that you're having, and you've had this energy in your reads for a minute now. Just this idea of like there's somebody who you're dealing with who really just wants to um like tell you like what you need to do or who you need to be or like how it is that you should behave or what I like exactly I don't know, but this energy is still very present of like coming in and passing judgment. um I mean, the idea of the judge is that you can't be a good judge um part of the time, and then the rest of the time you're like when it's convenient for you, basically, right? Like if you rule on behalf of somebody because they're your friend, and then you don't because what, like it kind of creates this idea of like ownership, right? Like judgment based on ownership. I'll like you if you belong to me. I will follow you if you do this for me. Right? I mean, it's just kind of this idea of like I'll do this if you do this. Like it, but like really and truly, it's like there's no sincerity behind that. It's just judgment being passed in an attempt to own somebody, which is gross. And I feel like you, Leo, have really just been coming out of this energy and gaining like a really like a full understanding of what that looks like and what that feels like and what that means. And I think just have been, like going in, dealing with, I want to say this, the repercussions of having judgment passed against you unfairly, right? Like if somebody who says like you're not worthy of this because you didn't hang out with me. I like for some of my Leos, it could be one of those things where it's like, well, you didn't sleep with me, so I didn't da 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 da, or um, and that's not for all of my Leos. Um, and that's just an example. I mean, it could be, where you're with somebody at work and it's like, well, you didn't stand up for me, so I didn't say anything for you, or I don't know. I mean, it's just kind of this idea of like somebody passing judgment and putting you in a position where you felt like you didn't have any value because if you would have, they would have stood up on your behalf, right? And it's like I think you're really coming into an understanding where it's like, you know what, this person wasn't judging me based on my value. They were judging me based on what I did for them. Ultimately, it's like this exchange of value for like not much value in return is almost how I feel. Um, and you've been really trying to just like bring healing to that, of like, no, I know my value. I know who I am. I know that this wasn't my lack of value. This was your lack of understanding. I know who I am and I know what I'm capable of and I'm going to do it. I feel like there's still just this like cleansing of that energy from like from your like your aura. Like you're just pulling it out still. It's like the unraveling of a ball of yarn, and you're just like you're finding these little knots, and I feel like you're pulling them out along the way, so that you can bring healing to yourself, um, and put the lack to rest, because I feel like there's just this idea of like I'm so tired of keeping track of all of the times that you were just going to put me in my place, pass judgment on me unfairly, hold me, bind me to you with obligation and duty for nothing in return. And I made my decision that I don't want to deal with that anymore. And I mean, the Three of Wands is a trip card, but I feel like it's just this idea of like, I'm going toward like someone that I love or something that I love, because I've brought healing, and now I'm ready to come up into who it is that I'm meant to be. And that doesn't have anything to do with you and your shittiness. I feel like, and I don't know who this is, honestly, Leos, because it just feels like it's been present for a minute, just this idea of someone who really just does not want you to succeed. Someone who just wants to like bind you and hold you back. The Queen of Cups and the Fool, but like legit Leos, I feel like there is just this idea of like, no way, that's done. I'm laying it to rest. All of your lack, all of your poor judgment, like you're a shitty judge. You bind me to lack. Like I don't want to do this anymore. Pretty solid on the fact that I'm done with this. I am starting fresh. I am starting over and I'm going toward love. I mean, the Queen of Cups in this deck, I love her. She's so fun. She's like, she's got this chalice and it's full of, passion and love and emotional security and all of the things, but only if you can handle it, and I feel like it's this idea of like, I found somebody who can handle it and I am about to go in that direction. Please take all of the rest of this and like burn it. Okay. Like I'm so ready for this energy to no longer be present in our reads, Leo. It's ridiculous. But it feels like there's just a lot of clearing out of old energy. Yeah, Justice and the Three of Swords. I mean, it's just this idea of like I have brought an end to all of the, like the backstabbing and the people who are just like the half truths and the secrets and the lies and and the gossip and the slander and I mean, it's just kind of like all of that is being brought to an end. Justice is being restored. Healing is being brought, and new beginnings are occurring. So take all your nasty and shoo. I don't know, Leos. It's just like I feel like it's just like you just want to like shoo somebody out of your door. You know what I mean? Like they come over and like they just stand in your doorway and you're like, okay, well, okay, well, I've got things to do. Like I don't like why are you here? Is how that energy feels. Okay. Let's see what else we can get from my Leos. But like out of that energy, you do have new beginnings that you're moving toward that I think are going to be very emotionally fulfilling, that I think bring with them a great deal of justice, to the injustice that you had been experiencing previously. And the Page of Earth, I love this card. I mean, this card is the idea of co-creation, exploring ideas, but like tangible creation. I mean, the Earth is something that you can bite into. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of this idea of like, I have something that I can bite into now. Yeah, to you. Okay. Let's do one more card for y'all and we'll call it a read. The Self. Yeah. I mean, I really do think that it's just kind of this idea like until you really loved yourself, is it RuPaul? If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else, right? It's just kind of this idea of like you really have been going through this lesson of self-love, Leo. Like not accepting what you don't deserve, of not, begging for breadcrumbs, not accepting lack, not, you know what I mean? It's just kind of this idea of like I've been down that road so many times and that energy has been in my, surrounding me for so long. But I took the time to figure out why, to understand my worth, and to bring healing to myself so that I could really rise up in my power. And Leos, I think, create a life that brings justice to all of the lack that previously existed. And I love that. I hope this resonates. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you're interested in booking a personal read, click the link in the description box below. They're 45 minutes long. This will give us enough time to answer any questions, go over any past, present, and future energies that you have questions about. If this is where we part ways, thank you for hanging out with me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Bye.